Jambo, mimi ni Abdul Karim. Karibuni katika darasa la Kiswahili. Leo tutajifunza kuhusu hali ya kutendwa. Tunasema passive form of Swahili verb. Part 2, verbs of Arabic origin and verbs of which are monosyllabic. So in the previous lesson, we learned about the passive forms of verbs of Bantu language origin. Bantu is African language, mostly in East Africa, also in Central Africa. People speak Bantu language, and they have common roots of words. And the words are very common in Bantu language. And so we have the verbs that are derived from the Bantu language origin, and also we have the verbs that are of Arabic origin. You know, when the Arab came for trade and other things in East Africa, they came and they had an influence on the Swahili language. Here is a list of verbs of Arabic origin. So some of these verbs, we have them in Swahili, they just exist as one, and also others, they have their counterpart in Bantu language. Like verb like kukaa is to sit. Then we have kuketi, that is from Arabic. Kukaa is from Swahili, from Bantu origin, it means to sit down, kukaa. But kuketi is from Arabic, it means to sit. So you can either say ninakaa or nimekaa, I'm sitting, or nimeketi, I'm sitting, okay? Same, we have kuhisi is to feel. This is from Arabic origin, and in Swahili, or in, not Swahili, but from Bantu origin, we have the Swahili verb kusikia, which means to hear or to feel, okay? So some of them can have, we can have two meanings, two verbs, meaning the same thing. One from Bantu language and one from Arabic language, and they mean the same thing. And here I have a list of verbs that are from Arabic language. So in this lesson, we'll talk about this verb from Arabic origin and monosyllabic verbs. We'll start with verbs of Arabic origin, how to form passive forms of those verbs. So here is our list. Moja, kusamehe. Kusamehe. This one, vitenzi vyenye asili ya kiarabu, simply means verbs with Arabic origin. Asili is origin, asili. Kusamehe, to forgive, kusamehe. Kuabudu, to worship, kuabudu. Kukubali, to accept, kukubali. Kushiriki, to participate, kushiriki. Kuamini, to believe, sawa, kuamini. Also, it means kuamini, to believe, and also to trust. When I say niamini, it means trust me. Niamini, trust me. Also, niamini, believe me, sawa. Kurehemu, to have mercy on somebody, kurehemu, sawa, kurehemu. Normally we say Mungu atakurehemu. It means God will have mercy on you. Mungu atakurehemu, kurehemu, sawa. Also, when you mention the name of someone who passed away, you use this. For example, the president of Tanzania passed away. We can say hayati John Magufuli, Mungu amrehemu. It means may God have mercy on him. Mungu amrehemu. So when you mention someone's name, add this amrehemu, it's like a prayer for that person. Kushukuru is to give thanks, to be grateful. To be grateful. Kushukuru, sawa? Kushukuru. Kukiri, to accept. Mostly this is used in courts when someone accepts the mistake they did. You say amekiri makosa. It means he has accepted he's accepted that he pleaded guilty. Okay. Kutaliki is to divorce. Kutaliki. Kubaki is to remain. kubaki. And also the things that are remaining, we say mabaki. Things that are the remains, mabaki. Sawa? Kufikiri is to think. Kufikiri. Kufikiri. 12, we have kufurahi. Kufurahi is to be happy. Kufurahi. We have next one here is kuharibu, not kuharibu, but kuketi, to sit. I said kuketi, to sit, but one from verb of Bantu origin is kuka, which means to sit, kuka. Sawa? We have another list here, not list, but another word here. Kurudi is to return, kurudi, to go back to a place, maybe. Kurudi nyumbani, to go back home, you know, kurudi nyumbani. Kuharibu, to destroy, kuharibu, to destroy. Kufaulu, kufaulu is to succeed, kufaulu. We have another one. Kusafiri is to travel. Kusafiri. Kuzuru, to visit. Kuzuru. And kuzuru, we have its counterpart Bantu verb, Bantu origin verb, which is kutembelea. Kutembelea. So kutembelea also means to visit. Kujaribu. Kujaribu is to try. Kujaribu. Kujibu, to answer or to reply. So, kujibu. Kubusu is to kiss. Kubusu. And the kiss itself is called busu. The kiss. Busu. We continue. Kudharau, to despise. Kudharau. Kudharau. Kusahau. Kusahau is to forget. Kusahau. Kujadili, to discuss. Kujadili. And the discussion is called mujadala. Mjadala. Mjadala. Sawa? Mjadala. And kuhitaji is to need. To need something. To need. The needs are called mahitaji. Mahitaji. Kuhitaji is to need. Kuhisi, I said to feel. Kuhisi. Also, we say kusikia. You know, kusikia means to hear, but we can say ninasikia njaa. Ninasikia njaa, it means I am feeling hungry. Okay. Also, you can say ninaona njaa. It's actually grammatically correct to say ninaona njaa. It means kuona is to see, but we say ninaona njaa, I'm feeling hungry. It also implies the same thing. Okay, so when you say naona njaa, some people might say, no, we can't see hunger. It's actually, it implies I'm feeling hungry. Okay, kuhisi or kuona or kusikia. I have another verb here, kuwasili. Kuwasili, this is to arrive. And we have its counterpart is kufika. To arrive in a certain place, kufika. You can say kuwasili or kufika. So this is a list of some of the verbs that are originated from Arabic language. Now let's see how we can make this verb passive forms. We have here, okay, let's put this. Okay, I'll put this out here. Okay, we have here. So these words, I think they're very small. I can make them bold. I can make these bold so that you can be able to see very well. Okay, so we have here verbs of Arabic origin that ends with this I or U are made passive by the insertion of the final vowel to, so it become IWA. Okay, examples are here. So you have this verb jadili. Jadili is made passive by changing the final vowel to this. Okay, so they're made passive by changing this final vowel to this. We have the word jadili. Jadili. So jadili is active form. When you want to make it passive, we'll say, first example here, wazee walijadili jambo hili. The elders discussed this thing, or this matter. Wazee walijadili jambo hili. When we want to make it passive, I said we change this I, we just change the final vowel into this form, IWA, so it becomes jadiliwa, jadiliwa, jadiliwa. So we say, jambo hili lilijadiliwa na wazee. When we're making passive, we start with the thing. So here is jambo. Wazee walijadili jambo hili. This matter. So we say, jambo hili lilijadiliwa na wazee. Jambo hili lilijadiliwa na wazee. Sawa? This matter was discussed by the elders. Another verb here is jibu. Jibu is an answer, or to answer, or just an answer. So, but as a verb is to answer. Just answer. When you tell someone, answer. Jibu is an active form. Mwalimu alijibu swali lake. The teacher answered his question. The teacher answered his question. Okay. Mwalimu alijibu swali lake. The teacher answered his or her question. So when we want to make it passive, I said we change the final vowel into IWA. So will be jibiwa. Jibiwa. Passive form will be jibiwa. And we say swali lake, his question, swali lake lilijibiwa na nani? Na mwalimu. Okay. Swali lake lilijibiwa na mwalimu. Next, we go to these Arabic verbs ending with the vowel A, this vowel here. So you see these, they end with different forms, different vowels, are made passive by changing the final vowel to ewa. We have the example of samehe. Samehe is to forgive. Just forgive, we say samehe. We say, mama alimsamehe mtoto. The mother forgave, so let's say, the mother forgave the child. So this is the child. Mama alimsamehe mtoto. This is forgive the child. The mother forgave the child. Mama alimsamehe mtoto. When you want to make it passive, we'll say samehewa. You see, we say we add this, we change this e to be ewa, samehewa. So mama alimsamehe mtoto will be mtoto alisamehewa na nani? Na mama. Mtoto alisamehewa na mama. The child was forgiven by his or her mother, or just mother. Sawa. We have the next part here where we say Arabic verbs ending with the vowels who are, these are made passive by the addition of the suffix liwa. You know, so this is double vowel. This L is a kind of license consonant. It's making pronunciation easier for this case, for our case where there are many vowels. Dharau is to despise. Dharau. We say mwanafunzi alimdharau kiranja wa darasa. Kiranja wa darasa is a class prefect. Kiranja wa darasa, class prefect. Sawa, kiranja wa darasa, class prefect. Mwanafunzi alimdharau kiranja wa darasa. The student despised the class prefect. When you want to make it passive, you just say dharauliwa. So kudharau or dharau will be dharauliwa. Kiranja wa darasa, the class prefect, alidharauliwa na mwanafunzi. So this, many people confuse this word. Not many people, some people confuse this dharauliwa. They say dhararuru, you know, it's they add the necessary R, but they're not supposed to be there. Okay, so dharauliwa. Sawa? Dharauliwa, to be despised. Okay, so just let me remove this here. We go to exercise here. Kiranja wa darasa alidharauliwa na mwanafunzi. The class prefect was despised by the student. Next one is zoezi. Zoezi. Zoezi is exercise. You need to do this. Write in the comment section so that I can see if you understood. The instructions are: change the following passive sentences into active sentences. The first sentence is mtihani ulirudiwa na wanafunzi. The exam was repeated by the student. Mtihani ulirudiwa na wanafunzi. Make it active, not passive. We are learning about passive, and I want you to change it into passive form. Nambari ya pili, wafungwa walisamehewa makosa yao na rais. The wafungwa are the people who were jailed. So we say walisamehewa, they were forgiven. Makosa yao, their mistake, by the president, rais, president. Tatu, swali lake lilijibiwa na mwalimu. Swali lake lilijibiwa na mwalimu. His question was answered by the teacher. So change it into active. Next, we'll go to monosyllabic verb. So do that exercise and write in the comment section, then I'll be able to assess and check, correct you whenever it will be necessary, okay? But don't forget to write in the comment section your answers, okay? 3 of them. We go to the second part of monosyllabic verb. We just finished talking about verbs of Arabic origin. Now we go to monosyllabic verb. When we say monosyllabic verbs, these are verbs that have one syllable, and they have one syllable. Okay, they have one syllable. These verbs, they need the infinites ku, so that they make some sense to this verb. So like this, the verb is la. La here, we have kula, to eat, but just la means eat, la, eat. Kunywa, to drink. Nywa, drink. Yeah, is a verb, like you're instructing someone to do something. Nywa. Kuja, to come. Ja, come. But they don't make sense when you just say nywa, ja, la. We need to add this ku so that they make some sense, you know? Like, unlike this, when I say here, kucheza is to play. When I remove this ku, it will be cheza, and this cheza means play. So this ku is like this two in to play. When you remove this ku, it becomes cheza, and it still makes sense. You can tell someone cheza as the person starts playing. But if it's kula, when you remove ku, it becomes la. So when I tell you la, you look at me and wonder, are you crazy or something? What's la, you know? Or I tell you nywa chai, what does it mean? Nywa chai, come on, no, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You can tell someone nywa chai, or come here. I tell you ja hapa. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work that way. So in this case, that's why we add this ku to make some sense. Okay, to make some sense, we say kula, kunywa, kuja, kuwa, to be, kufa, to die. This kufa, sometimes we don't use this verb because it's impolite. It's considered impolite. So instead of saying kufa, we say fariki. Fariki means to die. Fariki, okay? I can just write here, fariki. Oh. Well, let me write down here, fariki. It means to die, fariki. Then we have kupa, is to give. Kupa, to give something to someone, okay? Kupa. Kucha is to down, like early in the morning. And then kusha is to dusk, when the sun is setting. Kunya, this is to go for long call. And also we don't use this kunya because it's impolite. Come on, guys, don't use this verb kunya, okay? Instead of this verb, say kwenda haja. Kwenda haja kubwa. Kwenda haja kubwa. Okay? Kwenda haja kubwa. But most people don't say kwenda haja kubwa, though it's polite when you say kwenda haja, but you don't tell someone ninaenda haja kubwa. I just say, unless you are a doctor, you are recommending someone, a doctor, you can tell a patient, leta haja kubwa. That will be nice. It will be well. But you just say kwenda msalani. This is to go to the washroom. Kwenda msalani. You can just say ninataka kwenda msalani. Okay. Yeah, ninataka kwenda msalani. There are a lot of verbs, so you can just choose. You can also say kujisaidia. Kujisaidia. It means to help yourself. When you go somewhere, maybe you want to use the washroom, you can say ninataka kujisaidia. Ninataka kujisaidia. I want to help myself. So you can ask, ninaweza kujisaidia wapi? Ninaweza kujisaidia wapi? But don't say ninataka kunya. No. Come on, please, guys. Don't use that verb, okay? We continue now here. Each monosyllabic verb has its own. You know how many? 9 of them. Just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This kunya also, it's somehow used with rain, to rain. You know, when the rain falls, we say this verb, we use these verbs. And there are some instances where this ku is retained, like in the present tense, ninakula, ninakunywa chai, ninakuja. Also in the future tense, nitakula, I will eat, nitakunywa chai, I'll drink tea, nitakuwa daktari, I'll be a doctor, nitakuwa mwalimu, I'll be a teacher. Also, there are some instances where this ku is omitted. Like when you say ninakula, I am eating, in the negation we say sili. We don't say sikuli, but we say sili. Ninakunywa, sinywi, ninakuja, siji. So that ku is omitted when we are negating in the present tense, okay? So let's see how we can make these verbs. Let's see how we can make these verbs passive. And I said here, each of these verbs has its own way of making it passive. So we have this part. Let me just make it bold again. Let me make it bold. Okay, so we have the first one is la, which I said is to eat, but it is eat, but you don't say la, 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 okay? Wanamziki wamekula chakula chote. Wanamziki wamekula chakula chote. All the musician have eaten all the food. The musician have eaten all the food. Chakula chote. Wamekula. When you want to make it passive, we say liwa. Chakula chote kimeliwa na wanamziki. So liwa is to be eaten. Liwa. Chakula chote, all the food, kimeliwa, it has been eaten na wanamziki, you know, by the musician. We go to kunywa. Kunywa. So we'll talk about a few of those verbs here. Kunywa is to drink. Drink. Nywa. Mgonjwa alikunywa maji mengi. The sick person drank a lot of water. Mgonjwa alikunywa maji mengi. When you want to make it passive, we say nywewa. Sawa, nywewa. And this will be maji mengi yalinywewa na mgonjwa. Maji mengi yalinywewa na mgonjwa. A lot of water was drunk by the sick person. Maji mengi yalinywewa na mgonjwa. We continue. Ja is come. Ja. Okay, ja. Watalii walikuja Serengeti. Watalii walikuja Serengeti. I mean, the tourists came to Serengeti. Watalii walikuja. This will be jiwa is to come for. Serengeti ilijiwa na watalii. I mean, the Serengeti was visited by the tourists. So this jiwa can be to be visited. Sawa, jiwa. So it was like we came. So we just say it was visited. You know, when I translate it, the meaning will change. You know? I mean, when I directly translate this, the meaning will change. We have this pa, which means to give, pa, but you don't say pa, you say kupa, okay? Mimi nilimpa mtoto pesa. Mimi nilimpa mtoto pesa. I gave the child money. You know, I gave the child money. When we need to make it passive, we say pewa. Pewa. To be given. Mtoto alipewa pesa na nani? Na mimi. When you want to ask someone, what were you given? Ask them, ulipewa nini? Ulipewa nini? What were you given? Ulipewa nini? Sawa. Now we continue with this. Fa is to die. Fa. I will read here. Fa. Baba ya mvulana huyu alikufa. Baba ya mvulana huyu alikufa. So you don't, this is just sentence, or you don't use it alikufa, because when you say alikufa, it's considered like it's not kind to say alikufa. But then for the example purposes, we are using this verb alikufa. The father of this boy died or passed away. So when we make it passive, we say fiwa, to be bereaved. So mvulana huyu alifiwa. Mvulana huyu alifiwa. We make this another color. We say mvulana huyu alifiwa na baba yake. Mvulana huyu alifiwa na baba yake. So kufa is to die, fiwa is to be bereaved. Mvulana huyu alifiwa. This boy lost his father. Now you need to note this. This verb fiwa is only used when a person has lost his or her friends or family member. Okay, so you say alifiwa, he lost someone. That is, when you say alifiwa, it's not impolite, it's just correct. It's just normal, you can use it, okay? Now this is our lesson today. We have another exercise 2. Remember the exercise 1 was for the Arabic verbs origin, Swahili verbs of Arabic origin, and this exercise 2 is this verb here. This verb here, monosyllabic. I want you to translate into English. How many sentences are these? 4. If you are a serious student, write them in the comment section, and your Swahili will improve, through doing this exercise, okay? And, when you're learning a language, what you need to do, normally people who are learning languages for communication purposes, they don't indulge themselves into learning grammar and struggling to master grammar. But if you want to speak fluent Swahili, then you need to grasp some grammar rules so that your communication will be very, very efficient. So learn this, some of these grammar parts, and you'll be able to speak Swahili and communicate with the native Swahili people fluently, like a Swahili person, okay? So the exercise is here. Watu wote walipewa pesa. Yeah, write in English. Nambari ya pili, tulijiwa na wageni usiku wa manane. 3, matunda mengi yaliliwa na wagonjwa. 4, maji yote yalinywewa. Na ndovu. Let me say ndovu. Ndovu are elephants. Ndovu. Okay. Answer this question in the comment section. And in case you have any other question, ask in the comment section. I'll get to you as soon as possible. If you want private Swahili lesson, these here are my details. Start speaking Swahili very, very fast. Within months, you start speaking Swahili with my private course. It's here. WhatsApp +254 701 216 458, and Gmail is abdulkarim18@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Kiswahili with Abdul Karim. Subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any lesson that I will upload on this YouTube channel. Okay? Kwaheri, tutakutana baadaye. Usisahau kufanya zoezi. Don't forget to do the exercise. Kwaheri.